My name is Tim. I am a user of websites like Rent-A-Coder, and I've recently used Elance. Now, the reason for me making this video or this podcast is because of the horrible experience that I have had in using Elance. In the past, I've used Rent-A-Coder, and when I ran into coders that didn't do the job, Rent-A-Coder always made sure that I was taken care of, that the coder didn't abuse the service, and that I got my money back in those cases. Well, I'm telling you that Elance does not do this. They have absolutely no oversight over their coders, as I learned in using their service. Just to tell you a little bit about what happened, I spent about $350 on a project that would have one of their service providers write an ebook for me. Well, as it turned out, the coder missed the deadline, never finished the project. So me using the Elance escrow service, which I thought had my money protected there, that I would be able to get it back as they would make you believe or like you to believe, that's not the case. It started when I contacted Elance and I told them the situation that I was going through, and the response that I was given through their customer service rep was that I should go ahead and repost the project, and that I would just have to fill out a couple forms and post it to the forum with the coder, and if they didn't refund my money, then I was told Elance would take care of it. Well, fortunate for me, I did not repost that project on Elance. I wanted to make sure I got my money back before I decided to continue somewhere else. Well, as it turns out, I posted everything there, and the coder responds to me saying that they're not going to refund my money. They're refusing anything. Even though the work's not being done and they've missed the deadline, they're not going to refund the project. So I contacted Elance about this, looking for them to resolve it and to get my money back. But the response I then got from Elance is that they do not rule, or they have absolutely no oversight with their coders or service providers. If I'm going to get my money back, it has to come with the agreement of that coder, the service provider. And they're not open to giving me my money back, even though the project was never completed and the deadline was passed. This had me quite frustrated. So I was told by Elance that I would have to go to a phone conference with the coder in order to get my money back. Well, when I would give the times that were available to me, the coder would give a different time, that they wouldn't be able to meet that time to go on the phone. So as it turns out, Elance selected the time that would be unavailable for me at night when I wasn't at my job, and I had other things that I had to do, and favored the service provider and the time that they were available. So as it turned out, I would not be able to take part in this phone conference, which even Elance said if there was no agreement, there would be no refund. So that was quite annoying. And so since I was not able to be a part of that phone conference, which was a time that I had told them I would not be available, Elance decides to just give them the money that was held in escrow, and I lost out. When I challenged this with my credit card company, it turns out that Elance has this terms of service agreement that they don't tell you about. It's hidden on their site, and in there it says pretty much that you forfeit your right, and they view themselves only as an escrow service. They don't take any responsibility for their service provider. And sadly, I lost that case with the credit card company. I lost $350 and got nothing because Elance does not have any oversight. They don't care about buyers. If you're a webmaster, if you're someone who needs help with your projects, I warn you about Elance. The service is horrible. They have no oversight. If you get a bad job from one of their service providers, their coders, and they're not delivering, and they're not willing to refund your money, Elance isn't going to do a thing about it. And the thing is, they say that even if we had that phone conversation, and there was no agreement, it would then have to go through an arbitration hearing from some third-party source to make a ruling. You have all these crazy steps to go through with a deadbeat coder, which we occasionally get using services like Elance or Rent-A-Coder. So my message is this: learn from my story. Avoid Elance. To this day, Elance has not refunded my money. I've sent them email after email telling them my story, telling them that I'm going to tell others about it, just as I'm doing here. And you know what? Elance doesn't respond to me any longer. They don't care. They got their money. They took care of their service provider, who was a deadbeat, didn't get the job done for me, and that's it. They don't do anything. So learn from my story. Don't use Elance. Avoid it. It's dangerous for you. Instead, I recommend using Rent-A-Coder. I'm not affiliated with Rent-A-Coder, but I've used them and I've been treated fairly when it comes to these issues. Avoid Elance. It's dangerous. Thanks for listening in to this call, and I wish you the best when it comes to your projects.